Yo, how do you boys wind up connecting?
All right, so it's a funny story, right? So me and Nori, we live in the same building, and when I had my orange Huracan LP6, that was my first Lambo. You know, I was driving up to the parking garage. It's like 4 levels. I'm just like twirling like a fucking ballerina doing circles.
Yeah.
And I get to like the 2nd floor, and I look in my rearview mirror, and I see this like BMW M4 just like tailgating me. I'm like, dude, who the fuck is tailgating me, bro? I'm like, I hate when people do that shit.
Going
right?
too slow, bro.
Right? So then, so then I pull up, and I'm like, okay, so I get out of my car. I have to walk past his parking spot to get to the entrance to go to the elevator. And you know, we shake hands. I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? Like he's like, I'm Nori, I'm James, whatever. And that's how we like met.
Right.
And then after that, we would see each other here and there in the building, but we never like actually hung out. And then one day we kind of connected through one of my former friends who was helping me with like some content stuff, and we ran into him. And then we're like, dude, let's hang out sometime. Let's shoot the shit sometime.
Let's link.
And basically he told me he was gonna get a Lambo. He thought about it, and then I told him stop being a pussy, get a fucking Lambo. And a couple months later, he said, I have to get a Lambo now.
Weeks.
Yeah. A couple weeks later.
Weeks.
He's like, well, I got to get a Lambo now because James, you know, told me to just fucking buy a Lambo.
No, it wasn't even like
and now we became best friends.
Yeah. In my mindset, I was like,
how'd that
I
go
am
down?
really a pussy for not owning a Lambo right now.
Yeah, how'd that go down? I'm curious to know like how that process went of you getting your first Lambo and stuff.
Yeah.
Like you went from a Beamer, you said, right?
I went from an M4 competition, yep. I bought it with like 7,000 miles, I believe. But I bought it at the height of the market. So I lost big time on that car. Yo, don't get me wrong. That is probably one of the best cars money could buy. I feel like.
Really?
For just starting off, absolutely. Yeah. I love that car. And I still miss the car to the day, and I still have the Lambo. But that was a great car.
All right, Nori and James, I got a question for both you guys. Tony as well. Like I'm curious to know you boys' opinion on this.
Yeah, sure.
What's your hierarchy of German cars? What do you rank it from Mercedes, BMW, and Audi top 3? Like, give me in your preferred order.
That's tough.
It depends. It depends what utility. Like, are sport wise, SUV wise.
I'm talking more of like what's like the best whip. For example, like I have this weird thing where I've just become like
for what price?
I've just become like a Mercedes fanboy. Like anything AMG for me, I'm like obsessed with for some reason.
That's such a loaded question though, Nick. That's the thing.
Yeah,
it's
there's
like,
so many differences.
There's so many factors.
I'll be honest with you. I haven't really experienced a Mercedes Benz. I've tried them out, but they've never really like touched me in a way where I'm like, I want one so bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I have an Audi SQ5. I love it. Great car.
Ooh, dude, those things are
all
beautiful.
around best SUV that like if you want a daily, low cost, bro, I beat the hell out of that car. And yeah, I put so much miles on it.
Was that the one near your Lambo? Was that the one at the parking lot or no? Was that another one?
Where? Which parking lot?
At your apartment complex.
Your spot in Fort Lee.
Oh, yeah. That was mine, yeah.
That was the one.
Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like kind of following up on what Nori said, like, it really just depends on, like, what you want the utility for, right?
Yeah.
Like, first of all, Nori's got, like, 1,000 cars, all right? He had the M4, he's got the Audi, now he has the Lambo. He's humble. He's got many cars.
By the way, boys, I do just want to say real quick, huge shout out to James. The man just fucking copped a fucking brand new Urus.
Thank you.
Beautiful whip.
Appreciate
Love it
it.
so much. Too. Congratulations on that copy.
Appreciate it. I needed a daily.
Expensive friendship. Now I'm gonna have to buy one.
Expensive friendship. I told him stop being a pussy. He's got to get one now. But I honestly think like when it comes to like German engineering, I've never really owned a Benz.
Right.
Just kind of like Nori, like I can't speak much on it. I mean, my parents have had them, but like the base models, nothing AMG.
Right.
I do know one thing about the Benzes though is that luxury, like comfort. Like
you got
the interior lighting. You got
Dude, like an S500 AMG.
Benz is that thing.
Like that's the type of car where it's like you can have a driver just like driving. You're just
straight up.
Back, like,
you know what's funny?
BMWs probably though are like. Yeah, I had a
to
couple
touch
of
on
them.
that.
To touch on that, yeah.
I saw a post the other day, and it was Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Yes.
It came out in 05.
Yeah.
That's what started it all for me.
Yes.
The BMW M3 GTR, I think it was. Like, bro.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate sports car. So it's like growing up, I've always had a vision for BMW and just their line work on the car. It's just beautiful. And then inside.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean,
dude, that's amazing, bro.
For sure.
That was like the car on the poster you fell in love with.